I've been outside getting money, I'm on my thug again. Tryna stack a little dub, tryna catch a win. And next time I drop a coupe, it's gonna be a twin turbo. Always been a G, but I ain't never been a herb though.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Millennial Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Agnelli, here with my co-host, Peter Price.
Ew.
And this is a boys only episode. We are in a new location, same set. Boom, boom. We did it. We were able to transport it, and we are safe. And
we're safe.
I don't know why I said it that way. All right, cut. Hey guys, welcome back to the Millennial Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Agnelli, here with my co-host, Peter Price.
Yo.
And this is a boys only episode. Thank you guys for watching, listening, viewing, and subscribing. Thank you for coming along this journey with us. We are happy.
Yes.
And this is just going to be us chatting and shooting the shit today. So, with that, Peter, how do you like the new crib?
I like the new crib. It's very cute.
Yeah.
I like the location, too.
Cuesta's a vibe, dude. I'm telling you. And really, you start calling it Cuesta when
I've
you
never heard that before.
When you live in Cuesta. So I'm really starting the new trend.
I think you're starting.
It hasn't really caught on that much yet, but I really love this area. And the crazy thing about this area is, like, you'll be riding your bike, and it's like little cute house, and then literally this $32 million monsoon on the water.
Yeah, you ride your bike quite a bit now lately, don't you?
Well, I haven't. I have, dude. So it's crazy. I went up to the convenience store, big convenience store guy, gas station, but without the gas.
Yeah.
And
took a poop there.
No poops. But I usually ride there about once a day on the bike. I scoot over there, and there were some high schoolers there Friday night as I'm scooting up, maybe 8 p.m. And went there for my DC, and one of the kid goes, "Whoa, dude, is that an e-bike?" I said, "Yeah, that's an e-bike." He goes, "Wow, that's really nice." I said, "Yeah, you like my e-bike?" So I guess like e-bikes are big among the kids these days.
Oh,
I don't know. It goes 20 miles per hour. I'll let you scoot after.
Yeah, I want to scoot.
And I sometimes have my girl ride on the back too, so it's
pretty sweet.
Crazy. I feel like Napoleon Dynamite sometimes. Was it you who sent me, "Bow to your sensei"?
Bow to your sensei. That clip's so funny.
Do you know that I had a sensei at one point?
Well, you did.
I tried jujitsu when I was a junior in high school.
That's late in the game. Most kids do it when they're like 10 or 11.
Too late. So I had a sensei. And the reason it's funny is because he only wanted to be called sensei. You refer to him as like his, what he called American name.
Yeah.
He wouldn't answer. He wouldn't respond.
Shit.
So whenever I hear that video, because one time sensei called me, and because I missed a few practices because I got my shit whacked. And I was sitting there on the couch and said, "Oh no, my sensei's calling me." And then I start pacing, and sensei called me 2 or 3 times, left voicemails. He was like very territorial. I don't know. It was looking weird. It was a little weird looking back at it. But
You wanted that $180 a month you were paying for jujitsu.
First month of jiu-jitsu, dude. So we're on the ground most days, what they call like ground game. And then one day we do kickboxing.
They call it ground game?
Yeah, I think. You know, you hear,
that
like,
doesn't sound right.
You hear like wiggling on the ground and stuff, dude. You know, doing like spider crawls and stuff. And so I'm sparring, and dude, I literally don't know how to throw a punch. I don't know where my hand should be, what it should look like. I've only learned from movies. So sensei tells me and this guy to come up. Long story short, I get my shit whacked. I get knocked the fuck out on the first punch because I didn't have my hands up. You know?
You got knocked out?
Yes. Flat, dude. I don't even think I have ever said that before.
That's so funny.
No, shit rocked. Because again, like the only thing I've ever done is like play slapbox with like my buddies in the 7th grade, you know? But they said fight, and I didn't understand that was like full punches going on, you know? So I'm trying to learn, and then literally first punch, I'm asleep.
Oh my god.
So sensei had my legs up, and he brought me back. And that's why I will never, I actually became a boxer a few years ago. I went to Title Boxing, and I got the gloves and everything. Good workout. I did 25 private sessions.
Wow, that's kind of a lot.
I do know jab, hook to a certain extent. I don't know how we got there, but
that was funny. Bow to your sensei.
No.
Holy shit.
But I guess to catch you guys up a bit, if you listen to the Matt Black episode, we have an office going on, and that's really like the central topic of most of what we got going on these days, because it's kind of like it's a lot of work going into it, and it's the first time basically for Pete and I having our own entities and having our own spaces, so it's hard to make decisions about like how much money to put into it, how much to do on it, because we both have this kind of mindset of if you're gonna do it, you do it right. You don't kind of half-ass it, and because to that point, why do it? So it's exciting. We made a lot of decisions, and things are coming together, so it's cool. And I don't know, man. It's just gonna be really crazy showing up to our own spaces.
I can't wait.
It's because. Do you think it's gonna be the same vibe of like walking into your house?
No, I think it's gonna be cooler.
Cooler. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's almost
because it's more than your house. Like you've got a house.
Yeah.
And now you've got something else too.
But that's you. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm so stoked,
dude. And I don't know. I'm just super super excited.
Yeah.
Coffee we were talking about today. Coffee bar. Was
I don't even drink coffee. I'm excited for that.
Question to you guys: if you go to a place and they have a really nice coffee setup, right? Whether it's church or a bank or whatever, are you drinking that coffee? Because I kind of want to invest in a nice coffee setup, right?
When I got my Mercedes, they always had like a nice little
the Starbucks thing.
Starbucks machine. I used the Starbucks machine.
I wonder how many bones that is.
It's got to be a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Because it does everything, you know.
I think the Keurig will cut it.
If on Tuesdays I like Americanos, it would be nice, We'll get there one day though. That'd be a huge step. But super excited. That shop is going to be getting traffic probably 7 days a week, and that's crazy too. And that's also why I want to build it out nice, guys, because there's going to be people in there all the time.
I'm stoked.
It's almost going to be running probably 24/7 too. You're going to be there late nights, and I'm going to be there early in the morning. So but we are super excited, guys. It's in North Palm, and whenever we get to that point of finishing up the office, which we're hoping in mid-December. We're gonna have some type of mixer ish.
Grand opening
party. And
Nick likes to call it a mixer, though.
I like the word mixer. Mixer's nice. I've never been to a not fun mixer. Actually, I have. But I feel like it's such a nice, easy term. And
it'll be fun.
A place to come network, talk to people, and discuss business, and just support.
Rip it.
And so we're pumped for that.
Yeah.
Pete, any updates on the business name?
Dude, I'm pretty sold on... Our books got flipped backwards. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sold on, I think, In the Biz Inc., and then the logo will just be ITB.
In the Biz Inc.
In the Biz Inc.
Yeah.
And then I can use the ITB abbreviation whenever I want,
And when you put Inc. on the back, is that INC, like incorporated?
No,
or
INK. But it's like... incorporated, but spelled INK. You know what I'm saying? It's like the idea, at least.
Well, when you file for that, too, but your business. How are you going to run your business in that sense? And we could ask it on air.
Sure.
Are you going to have your shop name and own that shop name, and then everyone that comes in there basically rents out their space, or do you want to have it in a sense of everyone is within your entity?
So they will be under the shop name.
Okay.
I mean, they can still have their own LLC, just like I have Pete Costa LLC as my individual business, as a person. And then I'll, in addition to that, have In the Biz Inc.
Yep.
If the other artists have their own LLC, which I would probably encourage because for tax purposes, it's just smarter that way. They will work under In the Biz Inc. as an employee of In the Biz Inc. And then they won't pay like a rent for their station. It's more like a split. It's like an 80-20 split.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what is that like a pretty
Yeah,
makes
that's
you-
pretty standard. I think there might be some shops that do like you pay for the chair, but more often around here, at least, I hear that it's usually a split. And 80/20 is like a really good split.
So you want to
Someplace-
fill up their chair too, because
Right, it gives them incentive to want to work there because it makes me want to funnel them
Yeah.
business, you know, because the busier they are, the better it is for me.
Correct. Like if they have $100 in tattoos for a month, then
Right, it's not very beneficial for either of us.
And I think that's the best way too. So when the main business bank account will be Pete Cost or in the biz, correct. So that's gonna what the checks and what the cards will go to, and then it's gonna funnel down from there. Okay, that makes sense. And it encourages both parties to do well. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know what like a lot of these barbershops do and whatnot.
You're usually paying for the chair at a barbershop.
So it's like what, like $800 a month for the chair?
Probably depends on the shop, how much
Yeah.
walk-in business they get, shit
Yeah.
like that.
Because that's crazy too. But I like the 80/20 split better. I think it's more of like a team type effort.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. So the first artist you have come on, I think we talked about it briefly and fast, but you have Joe coming on.
Yeah, so she's been practicing for like a little over a year now. She's a wicked good artist as far as just like drawing. And she's just been kind of practicing in her downtime, which has been kind of like not super often over the last year. But now that the shop is kind of in the works, she's been grinding and practicing almost every day. So
Yeah?
yeah,
Fired up.
she's putting in work.
Good.
So yeah, hopefully. I mean, she's already got like people lined up that
Good.
want to get tatted. You know, I've just been kind of telling her to really wait until she's
Have
ready.
you booked a
know.
shop tattoo yet?
No, I mean, well, the last few appointments that I've done, like I just had a guy
The next
say,
time I'll see you.
next time I see you, we'll be in the shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I do. I just booked one for January 7th, which I'm
Whoa.
assuming will be in the shop.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
exciting. Very exciting.
12/16, Sweet A.
But yeah, Joe Casso coming soon.
Awesome. And then you've been back and forth between a third spot in the space for now.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go with that?
So I think I'm going to set up the 2 stations first just to feel out the space and how much room there is. I don't want it to be like overcrowded either. And I want to like get Joe up to speed and really like working full time and again feeling out how much room we have in there before I buy all the stuff for the 3rd station. But yeah, I think I'll have a better idea once I have all the shit in there to see how much room is left if we got room for a 3rd chair. I'm hoping I can have a 3rd chair because it just makes more sense that way.
To give the people a little taste of what's going to make ITB different from most tattoo shops, right? What do you think the experience is going to be like for, and you don't have to give all the details, but
Sure.
a experience to separate your shop from anyone else's?
So it'll still be, if anyone's gotten tatted by me so far, I've been working out of a private studio, so it's really just one-on-one. It's not like walking into your normal tattoo shop where there's like death metal playing and people everywhere and just a bunch of stations stacked on top of each other. It'll still, and ITB will still be that way, more of a personal experience, appointment only, no walk-ins. So that way the artist and the client have their own devoted time, and it's not like we're running around trying to cater to every person that walks in the door and hold on a second, I'll be right with you. So it's a more one-on-one experience. And I think that's something that, like I've always kind of prided myself on coming from the hospitality industry is that I have like that hospitality nature in me. So I'm very like about making you feel comfortable and making you feel welcome and at home. And it can be, getting a tattoo can be an intimidating experience as it is. Right. And so I don't really see why the tattoo industry doesn't try harder to mitigate that and make people feel comfortable. It's very, and I'm not speaking for every tattoo shop out there, but the common experience is like you walk in, you can either pick a drawing off the wall, or if you don't have a design ready to go, it's kind of like, fuck you, move along, and
it's a stressful experience too.
It can be very intimidating, and tattoo artists, and again, I'm not speaking for everyone, but they don't necessarily have the reputation of being like the most friendly and outgoing people, and I kind of want to change that, and I think that's something, JoJo coming from the hospitality business too, she definitely has those characteristics, and it kind of plays back into why the place is called ITB, because we take that hospitality aspect and bring it into the tattoo industry, which is something that I've just kind of seen make a big difference over the last couple of years. I've, been grateful that I'm booked up and
because you have a different perspective on it and different take on it.
yeah, try to make it a different experience
Correct.
than the usual.
So what are a few little details about the experience? Say you're sitting down in your tattoo chair, right? What do you got going on there?
Well, okay, so for the new place, what I've got in mind is I think I'm getting iPads for every station with headphones. And they'll have little sanitary covers on them that we change after each person, so we're not all just sharing headphones.
Got it.
But that way, instead of you having to listen to whatever the shop wants to listen to, you will have your own iPad in front of you. You can watch Netflix, YouTube, listen to whatever you want, and kind of zone out, too. I think it helps a lot with, like, the intimidation for some people to not hear the machine.
Yep.
So having some noise-canceling Beats headphones on, watching whatever you feel like watching, and so I'm kind of excited for that. That's something new that I'm going to be implementing in the shop I haven't been doing for the last few years. But I think that'll be a nice little, I don't know, just thing to offer that I've never really seen or heard of before. Make the...
Sometimes in a long tattoo, too, there's a little bit of not awkward silence, but you run out of conversation to have. And then,
sure.
Sometimes you want headphones to throw on to watch a video or whatever you can,
Right, and I think, like, I always put the remote in front of the person and go, yeah, you watch whatever you want, man. But I think people always feel a little weird, like, changing the channel. They'll be like, oh, no, this is fine, and, like, a nice little white girl's, like, bumping the baby with me, and it's like, I don't know, I just think it'll make people feel more comfortable when they've got their own device and they know it's not affecting my atmosphere, a lot of times people will be like, no, whatever you want to listen to, I want you to be comfortable. I was like, dude, I'm comfortable, bro, don't worry, I'm good. So yeah, I think that'll be kind of nice. Something that I have offered over the last couple of years that, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to like push it, but it's something that I like to offer for people who are concerned about the pain is numbing cream.
Okay.
It's really effective if you use it the right way. And there is definitely like a certain process to using it to make sure it's effective. And I think that it's important to like get tattoos and feel the pain to a certain extent. But at the same time, if you're someone who is really wanting a tattoo but holding back from it because you're scared of the pain, then I'm not like a you gotta feel that you gotta earn it kind of guy, Fuck it. Like then we have ways to make sure that you can make it as painless as possible, and if that means more people will get tattoos because they don't have to worry about the pain, then fuck it. That's good for my business and the industry and good for the client too.
And for someone thinking about doing that, but it's like I don't want to drop $1,000 on it. What would be the ballpark pricing on something like that?
The numbing cream?
Yeah.
So the numbing cream, I think the way it's going to go, I haven't totally ironed it out yet, but the cream itself and the product will be on the house. You're just paying the artist's hourly rate for the time. And generally, you're going to be putting the numbing cream on, and for it to be real effective, you want to leave it on for about an hour.
Okay.
So depending on which artist you're seeing and what their hourly rate is, and if they might discount that hourly rate since you guys are just kind of like sitting there working on the stencil or whatever while the cream takes effect. That's really going to be the only price that you're paying is whatever the hourly rate is.
That
but
makes sense.
The cream itself will be on the house.
That makes sense. Well, that's a very attractive deal. I think that's great.
It's nice, dude. At this point in my life, I've got nothing to prove to anyone. I fucking hate the pain. I've felt a lot of pain getting all these tattoos. So, like, whatever my next one is, I'm probably numbing that bitch.
Or, like, for me, I don't mind the pain in certain areas, but if I know I'm going, like, in her elbow
in a super
or something,
painful spot.
Yeah, let's rip that.
Yeah, why not make it easy on yourself?
That's going to be exciting, too. I wonder how many little tattoos I might get around.
Yeah, bro, you're in trouble, dude.
So listen, today I want the eyebrow one. Yeah. Hear me out.
Yep.
Oh, my God, dude, I saw on TikTok the other day this girl who got, like, probably just turned 18, right? Her boyfriend's, like, 19-year-old face on the side of her face here.
Oh, God.
And so I went to the comments, and all the comments were like, and this is something, too, that you've mentioned, right? There's an ethicalness or reasonable you have to be as an artist.
People were saying the artist is fucked up for doing that.
Yeah, 100%. Like, dude, this. I mean, at the end of the day, like, yeah, make your bag, but you have to at some point say, listen, honey, I know
this is a mistake.
Yeah, because these people come back to me in 5 years and they're like, dude, I can't get a job because of this.
Yeah, right. And I'm not with this dude anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like my current boyfriend just stares at my ex-boyfriend's face all the
Yeah,
time.
Crazy.
Um,
People said that. Remember the girl that got Drake across her forehead?
Yeah.
People said Drake actually put out a statement saying like, "Girl, I really fuck with you. Thanks for doing that. It's amazing. I'm blown away. But fuck that tattoo artist. I don't fuck with you. That's not cool."
No, dude, because yeah. And have you ever turned down a tattoo yet?
I've definitely
steered
people in. No one's come at me with anything crazy. No one's even asked for a face tat yet, which I'm kind of excited for the day that I get to do a face tat.
So you will do face tats?
On the right person. If someone comes in looking like me and they're covered in tattoos, then yeah, sure. If it's your first tattoo, I'll probably say that's not the best idea.
Okay.
Let's start somewhere else. But yeah, it's a case by case basis. But no one has really come with anything that I had to be like, I'm refusing to do that. I did cover up a swastika tattoo recently.
Okay.
Covered it up.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So swastika's
Gone.
behind
No
us.
more
Good.
racism.
Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah. Which he was like, I've asked a few people and they said they wouldn't touch that, but I was like, well, I mean, if we're covering it, I would love to make you not racist anymore. Let's do that.
Yeah. You know what tattoo I've really liked lately?
Yeah.
Not to ride Jake Paul's dick, but you know that like it's a lot. It's
like
kind
a
of
dragon
thing,
claw or something.
but it kind of goes around the ear.
I want one of those.
And you see it on a skin fade, but then if you grow it out, you don't really see it.
I know. I want one.
So I kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know if I'd go as big as him like that, but something. I don't know. I want something on the side of my head.
Because I was gonna ask, where do you think you'd put your face tat?
I don't want to say I'll never get one because that's a crazy statement to say never. And who knows? 10 years down the road, I'm still tattooing every day. Fuck it, I might tattoo my face. But I like even the sides, like around this area. I don't know that I'll go under the eyes or anything like that, but I like the sides. And then definitely the side of the head.
Oh. Do you think it's corny to get your company name tattooed on you?
No, not really.
But what if it's your last name?
I know people who just have their last name tattooed on them because it's their last name.
I'm saying it's win-win. So maybe put Agnelli and then a little bit.
E-N-T.
Yeah. Wait, what is Agnelli? A-E-L-L-C. Well,
I think Steve will do it
exciting.
as Steve will do it LLC tattooed on him.
Does he?
I think so. I
Good
feel
for
like I
him.
remember seeing that.
Well, the holidays are coming up. Are you doing anything for Thanksgiving? What are you doing? Normal Thanksgiving
We're
vibes?
actually, for the first time ever, me and Joe are hosting Thanksgiving at our house for her family.
Ooh.
Yeah, we finally have a crib with a dining room so we
Okay.
can accommodate. And
Does that fire you up, or you're like, oh fuck, this 2 days of hosting we got to prepare for?
It's my first time ever, so I'm kind of excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think the next day we're doing that Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving.
The Wednesday before
Okay,
Thanksgiving,
okay.
which is a big party day.
Are you gonna go out after that?
No, I doubt
okay,
it.
No.
It's
I'm
out of my system.
Big party days now. I usually lean against. Like,
Yeah, right. It's almost like thank God we have plans.
like it's crazy out there tonight.
Yeah,
no.
fuck that. And then the next day, I think we'll probably do Thanksgiving. We usually do it at my sister's house with
Okay.
my family.
So, but are you, by the time Thanksgiving comes out, are you a little Thanksgiving fooded out? You know what I'm saying?
I'll do Thanksgiving food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner the next couple days after.
Facts.
Thanksgiving
Now,
breakfast is great.
Thanksgiving is on a Thursday. What's the latest day you'll eat leftovers?
That's a good question. You know me. Probably Monday.
Monday?
We're throwing it out on Monday.
We're throwing it out on Monday.
Probably.
So you got just the weekend to get through it?
Yeah, that's plenty of time, to be honest. You're eating 3 meals a day of Thanksgiving food for 4 days in a row, 3 days in a row.
Well, here's the thing. You're saying eating the 3 meals a day. That's a lot, right? Because breakfast, you'd probably. I'm a big, little Hawaiian bun, turkey, little cranberry juice.
Yeah. I don't like
Sandwich.
cranberry sauce.
No,
Nah.
Pete, it's a nice jelly to put. It's a schmear you put on
Schmear.
Thanksgiving
It's a
thing.
weird.
But okay, so no cranberry.
No.
Sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah, with the
Regular
marshmallows
potatoes.
on top,
Yes.
preferably.
Yeah, well, it's Thanksgiving, duh,
Yeah,
If you're showing up with sweet potatoes, no marshmallow,
Get
the
outta
fuck
here.
out. Yeah. You know what's a slept on? Cheesy potatoes. She makes some great cheesy potatoes.
Cheesy potatoes are good. That's like my breakfast go-to.
It's like hash browns, right?
Yeah.
Potatoes are very unisex. You know what
Dude,
I'm
so
saying?
I might be sharing more information than necessary,
Okay.
but I've been buying these potatoes at Publix. Publix sells
Little guys?
Shredded hash brown style potatoes. And so they're just...
It's in the green bag.
Well, these ones are in a red bag that I have. It's not the Publix brand ones,
Okay.
but Publix does have their own version. They do have the little cubed guys,
Yeah.
which is like, they call those hash brown
Yeah.
potatoes also, but they also have shredded hash brown potatoes, which is like what you think a McDonald's hash brown is made out of, you know?
Okay.
And it's just shredded, frozen.
Very thin.
Yeah, and so you just dump that in a pan with a bunch of oil and let it sit there on like a somewhat low temperature for a while, and it browns up, and fucking flip it like a pancake, and you've got a hash brown.
No way.
It's so good. I've been crushing those lately.
I might need to see this.
And it's
Wow.
just, it's not like it's not as bad for you as a McDonald's hash brown because it's just potato, olive oil. I use avocado oil.
And you just line the bottom of the pan in.
Yeah, cover the pan in a good amount of avocado oil.
And avocado oil has a very high boil temperature, too.
Yeah, smoking
temperature.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and you do it on a somewhat low temp because you want it to just get brown, not burn.
Mm-hmm. You know, Peter, it brings me back to... So Pete and I are doing this cooking competition.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And makes me think... Oh, we might do a Friendsgiving, too.
Okay, when?
Oh, it's November already. Oh, no.
You're running out
soon.
of time.
Yeah, but maybe like 2 weeks.
Isn't that like the week of Thanksgiving?
Give or take, 1 week. Maybe we'll do it after the
You
fact.
let me know when you decide.
We do a Friendsgiving where everyone just brings leftovers.
Leftovers. That's
Yeah,
a good idea.
That's a good idea.
A really good idea. Yeah, then no one has to cook.
Yeah, it's but here's the problem. We're not going to be here for Thanksgiving. We're going to be out of town.
Where are you going? Herdtown?
Minnesota.
Wow.
Her town.
Herdtown.
The Great North.
Pageville?
Pageville. So, dude, mad excited. This year's been crazy. I feel like this year has been a long but quick year. Like, we're already in November, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm really happy with everything this year. You know, like, I really wanted to make 22 my year, and we're finishing it out to where 23 is just going to be a fucking crazy
Banger.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
You
know,
got a lot of work lined up, man.
a lot of work, and I'm excited for that. And I'm very interested to see where this market goes because with midterm elections going on, until you guys fucking go vote Tuesday, tomorrow, go vote. Like, I don't care.
You vote tomorrow?
Just fucking vote. Tuesday in 2 days.
2 days.
November 8th. Find your precinct. It takes 2 seconds. We're grown adults. I don't care who the fuck you vote
We're voting
for.
for the president?
No, this is midterm.
Who are we voting for?
Sweet heavens, Peter.
I'm out of the loop, dude. Felon, I don't get to vote.
Midterm. So, like the terms that are up for like senators and House of Representatives,
I
governor.
don't even know any senators.
Well, Peter, get informed. Damn it.
Who are you voting for?
I don't know.
You just gonna go
Vote. Yeah, I think that we.
C.
Have you ever voted yet?
No. Up until last year, I thought I was a felon and wasn't eligible to vote.
Well, go vote, guys. And again, vote. I don't give a fuck for who. Just do it. And that's my rant. But yes, Tuesday voting. But a lot of people are very nervous with what's going on in the midterms and if that's going to sway the overall environment of the economics of the country and what's going on with that. And is the
Did you see
market going to
that?
tank?
Sorry, didn't
Yes.
mean to interrupt you. Did you see what DeSantis said the other day about making all baby products tax-free
Tax-free.
forever?
Yeah.
And what
Do
was
you use a lot of baby products?
I use a lot of baby wipes.
Baby wipes, but I'm saying for tattoos. Do you use is paper towels considered baby products?
That'd be sweet if it was.
Yeah, that's
But I
right.
doubt it.
Yeah. No, big moves. He's
But yeah, I
making.
use a lot of baby wipes. You know
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
And then what was the other one? There's another tax-free item.
Oh, he said.
Pet food.
Pet food. Yeah.
Pet food is going to be tax-free.
That was a
cool
smart
too,
move. That was a
dude.
smart
He's
move.
trying to
smart
win
move.
that shit.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a big DeSantis guy, dude. Again, I really like. I look at the person, not the party, you know. So I just like what he's done, and he responded to Ian, I think, very well. He got a bridge down that went down up and running in 3 days.
Oh yeah.
He repaired a bridge in 3 days.
He did it himself.
He was there with hammer and steel, which I don't even know how that's physically possible, right? But it's insane.
What
guy.
was wrong with the bridge? I mean, did it crumble?
Folded, dude.
Oh, it was a gone bridge.
Yeah, it
and
was.
they built a new one.
Yeah, it was like the one to Sanibel. Like, it was gone.
Oh, that's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And, like, they couldn't get water there because, but, which is crazy, too. Did you see that Saudi Arabian thing that's called The Line?
No.
It's a a total of 117 kilometers and a mile high, and it's just a strip in the desert of this community.
They built it already, or it's an idea?
They're like starting the foundation for it.
Wow.
But it's like I think whatever that is, but I think it's like 10 miles long, 1 mile high, and it's just like an entire state, but in a condo.
Wow.
That's long and skinny.
Yeah, I think now I'm remembering hearing about this. It's pretty crazy.
And it's like, you're going to be buzzing around. It's the future, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
And it's got mirrors on it, and it's all like solar powered.
Wow.
And I'll go visit there.
Saudi Arabia, is it dangerous there?
They got oil, a lot of it.
Yeah.
That's oil money. But yeah, guys, in Peter and I's lives is really nothing too crazy going on right now,
Kinda.
But in a business sense, there's a lot going on, right? So, there's seasons to life, and sometimes you have to be okay with this is everything. I wanted to talk on this too. I'm starting to feel sometimes this innate pressure of like, if I'm not taking all the free time I have to work on business things, then I get like this anxiety that comes with that. And I don't know if that's anything that any of y'all feel, whether you have your own, side business or main hustle going on and you feel like you just can't, or if you do take time away from it, you feel guilty, or you feel like you're a bitch, or you feel like you're not doing enough. And it's something I've been struggling with, especially on Saturdays and Sundays. It's like, do you jump on the computer and do some things preliminary that you should be doing or studying or whatever it is? And for me, at least this past month, it's really been a priority to like at least half the weekend just take a step off. You know?
I think that's important, man. You can't burn yourself out.
Because I was feeling that for sure.
I think it's like there's two folds to that. Like, it's one thing to have it on your conscience in the moment. Like, should I be chilling on the couch right now watching TV, or should I get up and do something? But also, if the weekend has already passed and now it's Monday and you're feeling like, fuck, I wasted the whole weekend, I should have been doing work, there's almost no point in entertaining that thought because the weekend's already over. Yeah. You already didn't do the thing that you're wishing you did. And so there's no point in, like, carrying that anxiety into the start of the next week, Just, if that's how it's making you feel in the moment, next weekend, you know how to allocate your time, Which, the only reason I say that is because JoJo kind of gets in her feelings sometimes about those things, especially with, like, practicing tattooing
it's
now.
The exact situation I'm talking about.
She'll be like getting ready to leave for work at 1, 2, 3, and she'll be like, "Fuck, I really wish I tattooed today. Like I'm feeling like anxious because I didn't." It's like, look, babe, it's what it is. What it is, Like you can't get that time back. You got to go to work now and focus on that. There's no point in fucking your mindset up right now over something you wish you did earlier today. Tomorrow, wake up and do a tattoo, and like, it's all good.
And what I find too is when I take these little, literally wake up and not map out the weekends. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, I got to do this. Right? During the week, I am not go with the flow at all. Everything is, absolutely ironed and laid out. When I start every single day, I create a schedule not only for me, but my employee and what that is. Shout out to Kevin, too. Kevin Rashim has been working for me, a.k.a. Papo Taco, for the last 2 months. He came on, and what an awesome job. I know he listens. I'm proud of you, brother. And guys, if you are unhappy in the job or career you are in, I'm not telling you to get into construction, but what I'm telling you is to seek different fields, something different from the, I'm sick and tired of bartending, so I'm going to take off a month and then go back to bartending at another place, hoping that the environment's different. No, it's even if it's great at first, it's going to be the same, thing, which is just you're not passionate about it and your heart's not happy, So while Kevin is doing a lot of labor right now, it's a lot of things in the field every day, which he likes. Because for a lot of people, too, labor is great because you literally get to see the process. Like if you, paint a wall or you demo something, you're literally able to see like, wow, my 2 hands created that. Yeah. And it's really easy to see that work and feel rewarded for it. So I'm really excited for that. And
I'm stoked that Kevin's working with you, too, especially on this office project, because Kevin was my very first person I ever tattooed. Yeah. He was the first tattoo I ever did. Yeah. Before I ever tattooed myself, even I did my first tattoo on Kevin, and now he's building out my tattoo shop, which is like fucking kind of
crazy.
Sick,
yeah, full circle, dude.
Yeah, sweet.
So it's I'm really excited for him. I do have a plan in the next 6 months to bring on a total of 5 employees,
That's big.
which is crazy. It's crazy when I said that into the world like a few months ago at this plan, and then I literally last night, 2 nights ago, I was pretty positive that this plan could work with the numbers, but then I ran all the numbers that we have signed for next year, and it can absolutely work. So it just was like a cool moment where it was like, holy fuck, this is actually happening, and it's excited. Even if the market tanks, I mean, brings me all the way till November of next year.
Yeah.
Right? So,
and at the rate that you're going, there's no chance you're not signing another job between now and November.
I would really hope so. So, and this is nice too, guys. I come on here and I be goofy and funny because during the week, my other like identity is not that. I have to. I'm sure like Pete could advocate for this. Like when you see me at work, I'm just a different type of person, and that doesn't mean bad, but it has to be a different face. And Paige and I were talking about it a few weeks ago too, that whenever I come home, like for the first 45 minutes to an hour, I'm this different character almost in life, and it takes me about an hour or so to decompress and really like shift roles, right? And because if I was the goofy little quirky funny kid I am to my wife and my best friends or whatever it is, if I'm that talking to clients or business owners or different people, subcontractors, they're not going to take me serious, right? And so while I don't necessarily change who I am and the characteristics of my body, it's just a different character and a different way to play it. And it's been hard because I come home as this character, and that character again isn't like bubbly and happy, and it's very matter of fact.
Yeah.
And we had a really good conversation about it, which was basically like give me this hour of buffer. Whether I've been going to the gym a lot after work now to kind of have that buffer right between work and home. This office is going to be huge for me though, because now I don't have work at home at all, right? So that's work whenever I leave the office, so I can go there and have that 45-minute buffer. And sometimes that's me just staring into the space and being like thinking about things, but then when you leave the office, it's done. And it's just, you get to go home and be yourself. So, guys, I have this idea too. Pete and I, where spaces are right next to each other. If you are a listener and you were possibly thinking about in the future getting some space for yourself, I'm possibly thinking about renting or building out an additional 1,000 square feet in the offices we have for the long-term future. But for the next few years at least, it's definitely a space that you could take advantage of. And if that's something that, the amount of space, because not a lot of places just have about 1,000 to 800 square feet. It's hard to find. And if that's something that, like for you, whether it be a hair studio, eyebrows, anything, let me know, because we're considering doing that. And yeah, but besides that, like I said, it's just hard sometimes to switch that off. And in your guys' mind too, if you struggle with, right, you have this passion project or something you're doing to not feel guilty about taking time off, I promise you it's worth it. And I'm able to continue to go as hard as I do during the week because I have this relaxation a bit to myself. So, and I know it's something a lot of people struggle with. So, anywho.
After seeing you on the job site a few times now, what I think would be a good side of the head tattoo for you?
What was that?
You've always seemed to have like a little construction pencil on you at all times, so a little pencil behind the ear, so like it's tucked behind your ear.
I like that. A mini one though.
Yeah, sure.
Carpenter's pencil.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh.
But like it's tucked on behind your ear.
That's when I like get into gobo. Whenever I hear the clip of the tape measure, under my pants, it's like. Like for cowboys, it's when they put the hat on. For me, it's like tape measure. I'm like, that's Goma. Yeah. For you, it's probably when you hear the little buzz, or when you start lathering up. What is that, dude? What is the
ointment?
Yeah.
It's called A&D ointment. It's kind of like Vaseline, but it's got vitamin A and D in it.
Okay. So it's literally just rubbing vitamins in you when you do it.
Yeah, kind of.
Does it clean it? It doesn't really clean it out though.
No, it's not a cleaning thing. It's and are you talking about during the tattoo or for the stencil? Yeah. So during the tattoo, you're putting the ointment on there for a few reasons. It keeps the ink from like splattering when I first touch the needle to
Okay.
the skin, because it wants to like, I mean, you got to think it's a needle going up and down
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fast. It wants to kind of like squirt ink. The ointment helps to prevent that from happening. I'm also dragging a needle across your skin, and so it kind of helps it glide rather
Okay.
than being so abrasive. And I feel like there's a third one too.
It keeps the stencil there.
No, it actually kind of rubs the stencil
Mhm.
off a little bit, which is like the only downfall, but it's necessary. Yeah, those are the only two I got right
Yeah.
now. I feel like there is a third reason, but I can't think of it at the moment. But the A and D being in there, you can use. There's a lot of different products out there that you can use for the same purpose. But the A and D ointment I like just because it has those vitamins in it. I feel like it's kind of helping repair the skin as I'm stabbing you.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You know what I was thinking about doing too long term? This is me just talking on the podcast here, open my eye, but I was thinking about running a course, like I don't know what I would name it, the dad older millennial dad's handyman course or something like that.
Okay.
But like once a month, a group of I hold something either at a job site or at our office or something like that, just explaining construction to homeowners.
Okay.
And then typically like we'll have maybe like just a half an hour of just talking about reviewing stuff about a job or what their house should be, and then showing them how to build a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the basics of it, right? The basics of drywall, the basics of a drywall patch, the basics of your AC and what you should know, and just kind of do a course of, listen, we're in our late 20s now, or early 30s for some people. You're going to be buying homes soon, and like that's going to be the biggest investment of your life, and you should at least know. I mean, like that's like going and buying a $500,000 recipe and not knowing if the flavors are working together. Great, or that was a really bad comparison.
No,
but,
that actually made perfect sense. I feel like.
And you should know what you're looking at if you see a leak in your ceiling. Is it an AC unit above? There's a lot of things that could affect you guys, and the lack of knowledge really kills some people sometimes too, because they'll see something and they don't know it's a bad or it's a sign, right?
Yeah, or just think, fuck, I'm gonna have to hire someone
Exactly.
to fix this, and that makes it out of the question.
There is a lot of things that I do want to encourage homeowners to do, and you can DIY. I think when it comes to stuff that should be licensed and insured professionals doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you do want to build out a little closet with some bifold doors in your bedroom so your kid has a closet, let me teach you how to do that. That's nothing, and that's not structural. That's nothing crazy. It's just framing and drywall.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you how to case out your door, because if you don't like your casing or your baseboard, you could change that. That's not hard. So
It's interesting to hear you say this, I'm not going to lie, because you've had a lot of negative things to say about people who want to do courses.
Here's the way I would view it is courses is like education you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyone that's like an expert in their field, I don't know. I feel like you just make the comment a lot saying like everyone wants to fucking sell a course now.
Why would they be teaching it if they're,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's a PR move. It's
Yeah.
Agnelli Enterprise doing it. So if it does come to a serious time that they do want to renovate something and they want a licensed professional, I'm probably the guy getting the call.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But really the main reason is because I feel like our generation just really lacks that knowledge. And I
Yeah.
feel genuinely bad when I hear these situations. And I know it's just going to become worse and worse the older I get, of something happening at a house and someone not knowing how to hit a breaker off, or what a GFI switch actually does, or what structural walls are and how the roof bears, and just everything like that, just on a general sense, so they know what the fuck they're looking at. You shouldn't have to watch a 15-minute YouTube video to learn that studs are 16 inches on center and where a stud is and how you should find it and how you drill into it. I wish we were all raised in a world, but I didn't even know this shit. My dad never even taught me because I never asked him about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, being in your late 20s, early 30s, your dads, your moms out there who want to do shit, you shouldn't be paying, if you want to build a little bench or a little wall, someone $20,000 to come do that. You should just do that by yourself, and I want to encourage that. So, but when it comes to a certain level, always hire professionals. It's just like that.
Agnelli Enterprise.
Come on. So yeah, guys, I'm excited as always. When Pete and I talk about this studio, and it's a real life glimpse of what we're doing, and a lot of these people who want to be entrepreneurs or want to grow a business, the reality of the pains of it. This office that we got has not been necessarily an easy journey. We've had a lot of road bumps as far as with the landlords and what's going on. And so no journey's really easy, guys. And there's some days that I want to, just not call it quits nonetheless, just want to walk away for half a day. But you can't. If you're a parent to a newborn baby, you can't just be like, oh, he's crying again. Fuck it. You know.
Well, shout out to Chris McDevitt and Jess Laughlin.
Congrats, guys.
New baby boy.
But
it's something that we've talked about previously on the podcast too, which is kind of like the point you're making where, neither of us had to take this step.
Yeah.
Our businesses are both doing well, and they would continue to do well with or without this new space. But we both know that in order to grow our business, this was kind of a necessary step. And although there's kind of a lot of scary aspects to taking this step, like the cost and if it's going to go right and whatever, there's so many variables. One of them, a huge one, being the expense. We both knew that it was a step worth taking in order to be able to get to that next level that we want to with our business.
And understanding that literally it's me accepting next year and the year after, I'm probably going to make, for the first time in a long time, less money every year because I'm investing that much money back into it.
Right.
I had a goal that we had talked about for a while on here, and I'm going to get that this year, but I'm not going to get that this year because I'm dropping a lot of money back into the business, right? And so the way I view it is like, listen, what can I live off every month? Okay, that's what I'm going to pay myself. And everything's going to funnel back through. Just keeping watering that tree until one day when it fucking, blossoms, it's there. It's substantial. Marshall Morgan said it best. He just really put back into his business for 3-4 solid years. And then he really saw how prosperous that was, So it's accepting the fact that this is a game, and right now we're investing back into the game, so the long-term dividends of that will be there and insane. It's the long road. So that's exciting, guys. And there's another exciting thing, but I'm going to wait until that really does something when I'm talking about what's going on with that. But in the end of the day, guys, as I say all the time, just continue to put your head down and do it, because some of the positions and things I'm in, I do really have pinch me moments. Pinch me moments in the fact that, oh my God, it's happening, but I'm not surprised because I really do know how much I care and how much effort I put into things. Yeah. And I just believe that you could do it. I really do. I think I'm at that point in my life where I think anyone could do it. And so, why not try? That's it. So, guys, thank you. Actually, the Powerball too.
Oh yeah, we played and lost.
Yeah, but it's no one won.
Yeah, okay, so we can
It's
play
gonna be
again.
at 2 billion.
When do they pull the numbers next?
Monday.
Tomorrow.
I believe. No, or maybe Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe Monday.
Got to re-up.
Yeah, crazy, right?
It was funny. JoJo bought the tickets the other night and woke up and rolled over in bed. The first thing she said was, "Are we billionaires?" Soon as she opened her eyes, I was like, "No, sorry."
God, what would we do with $1 billion? I don't know, dude.
I don't know, dude.
Would you quit the shop?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing would really change other than...
That's what I said to Papa this week, too. I said, listen, dude, if I won that...
I don't know. Do we get a bigger shop, though? Do we stop this one?
No, I'd buy the complex.
yeah, maybe we get a different place.
Yeah, just literally... And I would bulldoze the complex. Right in front of them. Oh, my God.
Buy that periodontist next to us.
Knock, knock, you're evicted, bitch. What is that to do? We're not going to get into
a periodontist? I don't know.
We got beef next door. There's no
we're already beefing with our neighbors.
All right, bro, it's on site.
It's on site.
Guys, we love you. We will update you with what our grand mixer is going to be and with the dates of that. Have a good, great November in the beginning of that. And we will see you guys next week. We love you. This is the Millennial Mentality. Peace.
But I've been outside getting money, I'm on my thug again. Tryna stack a little dub, tryna catch a win. And next time I drop a coupe, it's gonna be a twin turbo. Always been a G, but I ain't never been a herb.